If there's one thing the car world loves, it's nostalgia, but only when it's done right. Too often, we see manufacturers slapping a classic name on a completely forgettable car. But Renault, they've done something different. The new Renault 4 isn't just a revival, it's a reinvention. It's a bold, electric tribute to a legend that once defined practicality and freedom for millions. And now, it's coming back to do it again, this time for a new generation. You see, the original Renault 4 wasn't a status symbol. It was a car for everyone. From farmers to city dwellers, students to families, it was cheap, cheerful, and incredibly capable. It wasn't about showing off, it was about getting on with life. And that exact spirit is what Renault has captured again with this new 4. Only now, it's wrapped in a futuristic, all-electric design that makes you do a double take. At first glance, the new Renault 4 looks confident, boxy yet modern, retro yet forward-looking. It's got that upright stance, those round headlights set into a clean front end, and a shape that screams character. It's instantly recognizable but not trapped in the past. Renault calls it a neo-retro crossover. Basically, it's what happens when you take the soul of a 1960s icon and give it 21st century DNA. And here's the exciting part. The new 4 sits on Renault's electric CMF BEV platform, the same one as the upcoming Renault 5 EV. That means it's efficient, compact, and perfect for city life, but with a rugged twist. Unlike the 5, the Renault 4 has been designed as a small SUV, so it rides higher, looks tougher, and feels ready for adventure. Renault wants this to be a car that works in a city car park and on a muddy festival field. Power-wise, expect an electric range of around 250 to 300 miles, depending on the final configuration. That's right in the sweet spot for most British drivers, more than enough for the daily commute, school runs, or weekend getaways. Charging will be fast too, with Renault likely offering 100 kilowatts DC capability, giving you an 80% charge in roughly half an hour. And because this car's electric, running costs will be tiny compared to traditional petrol crossovers. Step inside, and you'll find something quite unexpected. Renault isn't going for cold, minimalist design like so many EVs. The cabin feels warm, textured, and human. There's a mix of soft-touch materials, recycled fabrics, and clever design details that nod back to the old Renault 4, like the open storage shelf running across the dash, inspired by the original's simplicity. But this time, it's paired with digital screens, ambient lighting, and Renault's new OpenR infotainment system that runs smoothly and supports wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Space is generous too. The boxy shape isn't just for looks, it means the Renault 4 makes great use of every inch. You get plenty of headroom, a flat floor for passengers, and a boot big enough for everything from weekly shops to weekend bags. It's practical without being boring, exactly what a car like this should be. What makes the new Renault 4 so interesting, though, is its personality. Most EVs these days feel kind of soulless. Quiet, efficient, and a bit sterile. The 4 manages to avoid that trap. It's cheerful, playful, and packed with attitude. It feels like a car designed to make people smile again, and let's face it, we could use a bit more of that on British roads. Renault's even hinted that there might be a rugged version down the line, maybe something like the Forever Trophy concept they showed off, complete with chunky tires and roof racks. Imagine a fully electric adventure version, small, practical, and genuinely fun to drive. That's the kind of creativity the EV market needs right now. Now, let's talk value. Renault hasn't confirmed UK pricing yet, but if they follow the pattern of the upcoming Renault 5, we could be looking at a starting price somewhere around the £25,000 to £28,000 mark. That would make it one of the most affordable electric crossovers in the UK, undercutting rivals like the Peugeot E2008, the Mini Aceman, and the Jeep Avenger. And because Renault's already proven their reliability and service network, it's not just affordable, it's practical ownership, too. In a world full of over-designed, overcomplicated electric cars, the Renault 4 stands out for being refreshingly simple. It's not trying to be a luxury lounge on wheels. It's not chasing Tesla-level performance. It's focused on what really matters: good looks, smart design, decent range, and accessible pricing. That's what made the original a hit, and it's what could make this one a bestseller. There's something quietly powerful about how Renault's approaching this comeback. They're not leaning on nostalgia just to sell you a car, they're using it to remind people what cars used to be about. Fun, freedom, and functionality. The new Renault 4 embodies all three, with an electric twist that makes it future-proof. So, who's the Renault 4 really for? It's for drivers who want to make a smart move into the EV world without losing character. It's for families who want practicality but refuse to drive something soulless. It's for anyone who believes sustainability shouldn't come at the cost of personality. And honestly, if Renault can deliver on everything they've promised, the range, the affordability, the fun factor, the 4 could become one of the most loved EVs in the UK. Not because it's the fastest or flashiest, but because it's the most relatable. Renault is proving that electric cars don't have to be cold and futuristic, they can be warm, nostalgic, and genuinely human. The Renault 4 is more than a car, it's a reminder that the future of driving can still have a heart. So when it finally hits UK roads, don't be surprised if you see heads turning, not out of shock, but out of admiration. Because the new Renault 4 isn't just bringing back a classic name, it's bringing back everything we used to love about driving. And that, in a world of forgettable crossovers, makes it something truly special.